out here looking for some morel mushrooms. Not having any luck at all. Found some caprinus, a small handful of caprinus I can par cook and freeze and put into some spaghetti sauce later. But I also brought a plastic bag, so I noticed a pretty good amount of waterleaf out here that looked fairly pristine. So always a backup plan. See if I can fill a bag of waterleaf to can. This is some nice waterleaf. Yeah, little spots on there. You know, I'm going to leave that. See how the edge is kind of browning? I'm just going to take the really nice stuff. I'd like to find a thicker patch because, I don't know, nobody pays attention to waterleaf really. The flowers are kind of indistinct, you know, but start a bag anyway. Got some good stuff over here too. I don't know. I'm gonna find a thicker patch. That won't hurt as much from picking. I want to find one where I can just like literally rake the patch with my hands and just quickly fill the bag. See those little white spots? I guess someone thought it looked like water spots. These are pretty decent greens actually. I'll take some of these. Yeah, I know this isn't an area that gets sprayed or anything. Kind of out here a ways, a few miles off of any road, but only doing this on private land, of course, as always. Not allowed on public land, at least not my state. Again, you know, kind of piddling to start with, but I'd probably be more well served again to find just a thick patch. Here's some chickweed. That's good for salads. I picked some of that the other day for a salad. Let's see if we can find a really nice patch. Here, this is more in line with what I was looking for. Thick patches where most of the leaves are fairly nice. And look at all of it. Yeah, it's not as good as it has been in past years, but I'll just pick what I deem necessary to fill a couple jars, fill a couple pints I should say, to can. And then I'll just, I don't know, I might get some nettle too in a day or two. But yeah, that's I don't like that. I want it to be more like this, see? Even a big leaf like that is fine. I would, like I said, like to just rake. See that there? That's wood nettle. That's growing in here, making sure I don't touch my hand too often on the wood nettle. Wood nettle's time hasn't come yet for me. I'll wait for the leaves to get bigger where I can just take the big leafy spinachy tops. We'll see now this here. That's not waterleaf. I don't know if it's some kind of sunflower, I think it might even be edible, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to touch it. Just taking the water leaf. Yeah, I like this, where I can just keep going. I don't have to stop and look Like every time I pick one, I can look and find a different leaf. It's nice and thick. Why does it seem like the sun is always to my back when I'm harvesting and recording a video? Yeah, if you can find leaves this size, you know, just get into them. I mean, no, look at this. I mean, that's just one leaf. You know, they don't have to be absolutely perfect. I challenge you to go to a grocery store and find the perfect container of salad or whatever. But, and more than likely it's been sprayed with some kind of sulfite water or something to make it look pretty. It probably has very little nutritive value. I'll tell you what, guarantee you this stuff's got the nutritive value. Ended up with about, I don't know, 5-6 ounces probably altogether. I don't know, hopefully it fills at least 2 jars after I'm done, but you know, they get this weird stain sometimes after you pick them, this purple stain, and you'll see when I get done cooking them down, wilting them, the cooking water is like dark purple. It's really weird. But when you get done pressure canning them in the pint jars, they come out looking just like spinach. I don't know. One of those weird things. It's somewhat similar to what happens when you pick greenbrier. Except that gets like dark black. I might as well just dump it all in there. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I'd pick more, but that area where I was at, where it was really thick, is kind of like on the margin of woods, and you know, there's not many people that go through that area, and it doesn't seem like I'm doing any harm harvesting a whole load of it like that. Otherwise, like where I was looking for morels, it grows everywhere, but it's like it has so much competition from other plants, bloodroot, Dutchman's breeches, stinging nettle, violet, that, you know, I picked some of it out there, but I don't want to over harvest either. And just the water that clings to the water leaf. It's kind of funny sounding, isn't it? Water that clings to the water leaf is enough to wilt it down for cooking. Usually when I fill this up, this stock pot, generally it'll give me a couple jars. Like I said, I'm probably gonna go, I don't know, maybe I'll go somewhere else and see if I can't find some more water leaf on private land. Otherwise, I could probably go out and get some nettle, stinging nettle, and if anything, I can always do a bunch of jars of wild rice. We'll get it on, I don't know, medium-low heat, maybe just above low. Get a cover on it and let it wilt down. Once it gets a little hot in there, I'll use the tongs and rotate them. I don't want to overcook them, I just want to get them so that the bulk is down. You know, otherwise if you put just raw greens in pint jars and can it, you end up with, you know, a pint jar and that much greens in it, or even less. You want to get them wilted down so you got jars with some bulk in them. Well, let's see what it's doing. Smelling good. See, there's plenty of moisture in there, and more moisture will come out as it cooks. The natural moisture in the leaves. See how it's getting all weird colored? It's going to continue to do that, isn't it? You know, actually, you know, so you can kind of help it along by getting some of them dry leaves, unheated leaves, touching the hot cooking water, cooking liquid, I should say. You want to cook all this as little as possible. I might end up using a couple odd-sized jars for this, as I have a feeling it's not going to fill 2 full pints. I've got a couple weird jars, old jars that are like 1.5 cuppers, or like, I don't know, 6 ounces instead of 8. As far as the greens go, I should say. Let that simmer just a little bit longer. See, I got these. Here's a regular pint jar. That's a cool one. I just found that not that long ago at a thrift shop. Dre number 3. You know. Anyway. That's a pint, and then here's a couple weird ones I found. I don't know. They must have had jelly in them or something back when they still made good glass jars for regular store product. But I've canned with them. They're nice solid glass. And the rims are not chipped. So let's see how this comes out. pretty happy with this. Yeah, it just is a pain in the butt to have a partial jar. I'd like them to be tightly packed, but they don't have to. This is just fine. This season for Waterleaf, for this is so short that, oh wait, I wanted to show this here. Well, heck, I'll just use that jar I had. Look at this juice. How dark it is. I mean, that is crazy dark. I wonder what kind of health benefits are in that amount of liquid. Anyway, I'll balance it out. I don't know. They're fairly close enough. Look at that. That's going to be the cover too, which is perfect. Just enough juice in there. Then I'll get a half a teaspoon of canning salt. Just give salt that. Well, these aren't full half pints. Maybe I'll do a little slightly heaping quarter. Yeah, like that. That should be good. I don't think Waterleaf needs any acid added to the jars, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Then I'll get them, heat up some rubber rings and some reusable canning lids, and when I get around to pressure canning them, I'll document that too.